Hey guys, here we are again taking another walk. Meet Sasha. Sasha loves to walk. Sasha loves to walk around, look at the scenery, checking out all the views and sniffing grass and anything else that she can find in our route to wherever we are going. But just having a good time, spending a little walking time, getting our little exercise in for today. So I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, good hump day, doing some great things today and just holding each other accountable, having a good time through the middle of the week, getting ready for spring break for those of y'all that do get spring break off next week. So can't wait to have a little relaxing time with friends and family and get to do a little traveling before getting back to the grind after spring break. So let's talk about accountability. Now I'm one that has tried everything, every diet imaginable, even tried fasting, but that didn't work for me. I just can't, for a period of time not eat at all. Even though my work at times required me to not be able to eat a whole lot throughout the day, and then going and finding that nice little fast food restaurant after work and eating poorly, and then never really reaching the health goals and the weight goals that I had set for myself. And I've been one of those yo-yo dieters pretty much all my life, trying different programs one after another, working out tirelessly in the gym hours after hours after hours, and just forgetting that the gym and the exercises that you put in the gym are not necessarily designed to help you lose weight or be the main focus of your weight loss journey. So working out should be about fitness, should be about getting toned, getting fit. The food that you eat on a daily basis, that is what losing weight is about. Getting the right foods in, eating the right way, eating healthy, but not in a way where you are starving yourself or eating stuff that you don't like. And that's kind of always been my thing. A lot of the times before, everything that was healthy ended up being not very good, not very tasty. And so you kind of got back to eating what everybody likes, the good food, whether it's the Mexican food, the Chinese food, Italian, all the good stuff, the bread, the pasta, all the high carb type foods that are out there. Really getting into this program has really changed my mindset on the right way to eat, the good things to eat. Now I eat probably more than I've ever eaten throughout the day, with those 5 fuelings that we have throughout the day, spaced out in 2 to 3 hour increments. But it's kind of, that little alarm goes off for those of you that are in the program. That alarm goes off, it's time to eat, and you're like, oh wow, it's time to eat. And so you do it because you want to stay in program and follow the guidelines, and then looking forward to those lean and greens at the end of the night. And that's kind of been the most fun part of this program, is trying those different recipes that are out there. Also listening to the community and different suggestions that are out there within the community, the Optavia community, and then trying some new stuff for yourself. I wasn't necessarily a big cook before. I would cook every once in a while when I had to, or the kids would always love certain things that I made, like we called it Crespo spaghetti, or Dad's famous spaghetti, and it's always good with the sauce that we used to make. But I can still make good stuff like that, and still feed the family, and they enjoy it. But now we're eating healthy, and I can't believe that we're eating healthy because the food that we're making is so good, so good. So really it's all about shifting that mindset. The exercise part, we'll get back into that when I feel I've made it to my goal weight. And I've been in the program now for a little over 2 months and have lost over 50 pounds. So super excited. Not doing a whole lot of exercise, but just doing some very minimal exercises, doing some walking, things like that, just to keep myself active. And then my job in itself requires me to walk pretty much, daily throughout the day. So getting steps in has never been an issue. So really, holding myself accountable, working with the community, working with my team. My wife is also in the program, so we do this thing together. And she's teaching over at that's the University of Houston right now, and so she's enjoying that as well. So she's not over here walking with us, but we're just taking a little time, to ourselves at the end of the day, just kind of winding down, putting in those steps in a little bit more, just to help a little more in the process, helping to progress in the program and really loving the results right now. So really looking at you and seeing, what do you want in your health goals? What are you looking for? What are your why? What is your why? Why do you want to do this? My thing of getting into this program, or really wanting to change my life and do something different instead of all that yo-yo dieting that I've been doing all my life, has been, to get something that's going to give me a better life, a longer life. I don't have any grandchildren yet, but eventually I will, and I want to be able to see them grow older and do some great things in their life. I want to be around for my kids, my daughter when she gets married, my son when he gets married, and see their lives and their next chapters in their life. And then also spend, some other glorious and memorable times with my wife as we, get closer to retirement and seeing what the next chapter holds for us. And, being able to be a coach in this program has also shown me, another opportunity for my next chapter after I retire from education, being able to, to work with others and help them reach their goals. So, if you're looking for a program, or if you're starting the Optavia program and you have questions, always feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. So as always, it's a great day to be alive. It's a great time to hold each other accountable. If somebody hasn't told you already, you matter. Believe in the possibilities of being great. Treat each other the way you want to be treated, and never be satisfied, as there's always an opportunity to be a better version of yourself. Have a great rest of the day, guys. We'll see you soon.